Canada, Main Secretary Justin Trudeau's at first formal trip to India has not been the title-grabbing loving film festival he must be used to on his across-the-sea trips. In spite lot of picture opportunities, consisting at the Taj Mahal, Mr. Trudeau and his household's round has been substantially neglected by elder members of the Hindu by the government so distant. While he arriving in the Equity, Delhi, he was met at the aeroport by a younger secretary in which lot interpreted to be a retrousse. Main Secretary Narendra Modi has, on lot occasions, individually acquired newcomer by the government leaders. He as well dashingly hugs his overseas peer pressure. But Mr. Modi has not yet met the Canada Main Secretary, in spite him creature in India for 2 days. He was as well lack while Mr. Trudeau attended his household country of Gujarat on Monday. And he's not fair the Main Secretary. While Mr. Trudeau attended the Taj Mahal on Saturday, several print accountable sharpened to the reality how the head secretary of Uttar Pradesh, wherever the memorial is arranged, did not go to welcome the newcomer prime. The pictures, headlines and public print rage how normally escort Mr. Trudeau's across the sea wandering include as well been substantially lacking. So is India very common cold shouldering Justin Trudeau? And if so, reason. Mr. Dehajia told the cause for Mr. Trudeau's tepid admission could so be how few members of his by the government were close union in a Sikhism autonomy motion, the Khalistan motion, that seeks to build a individual freelance Sikhism motherland in the Sikhism-dominated northern country of Punjab. Its permissive side relies hard on the Sikhism Canadian voice banking, and several of the Sikhism members of his by the government are comrade nomadic people in the Khalistanis, told Mr. Dehajia. Mr. Trudeau counts 4 persons Sikhism Canadians in his office. If the were the instance, it would not be the at first period how Khalistan has soured relations among officials of the two countries. But India's ex-top commissar to Canada, Vishnu Prakash, rejected how Mr. Trudeau was creature snubbed, proverb how India had close accompanied tactful minutes while reception him. He told how though Mr. Modi had breached minutes to individually welcome overseas leaders in the history, he could not be anticipated to welcome each guest how came to India. He's not love the Main Secretary is not departure to encounter him at all. Down there is a ceremonious greet how will be detained for him on February 23 and he will encounter him down there, he added. It is real how national policy reasons include intended how India has not got the type of supporting on the question, but we can use the trip to get a obligation of activity of the Canada by the government, he told. Mr. Sybil as well told he believed it was no real how India was snubbing Mr. Trudeau, proverb how relations among the two countries superior sharply in the latter history, in the signature of a nuke transactions show how they had overall interests currently. Mr. Sybil told he thick felt too lot was creature recite in the reality how a younger secretary was shipped to welcome Mr. Trudeau at the aeroport while he arriving in India. The is regular minutes. No one India nor Canada would wish to endanger a country trip they knew was event. It is in the interests of both of countries to do certainly it is a successful, he told.